So, I went to go see Baz Luhrmann's adaptation of F. Scott Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby, where I was probably the only single male in the entire audience. Now, I can't speak to the actual quality of the adaptation itself, since I never read the book. I chalk it up to, the fact that I never read it in high school because I was from Lynchburg, Virginia, where Jerry Falwell made his home, but we read Candide there, so And since then, just never got around to it. But that does let me view the movie on its own merits, I think. It's actually why, if there's a book I'd like to read, but I know it's being adapted into a film, I'll actually wait until after I can see the film, since that way I can actually enjoy both if the movie's any good. I'm not sitting there constantly nitpicking the movie, and then later on I can read the book and enjoy that and go, wow, why didn't they, keep this in the movie? Why did they change this character? And it's the best of both worlds, if you ask me. Now, the film, it had some great casting, actually, I think. If you told me back in the mid-90s that DiCaprio was going to be one of the better actors, I probably would have laughed in your face. But hey, I've been proven wrong there, right? Now, the only real downside, for my money, is Tobey Maguire, which is unfortunate since he's sort of the main-ish character. He's the narrator. He's the viewpoint character, and it just. I don't see a lot of range in him. His Peter Parker is almost the same as his Nick Carraway. There's just kind of, fortunately, that really kind of fit Nick Carraway, or at least as presented by the film. So it's not a total loss. It's just he's not someone I really get excited about seeing in a film. Now, as far as the rest of it, it's a Baz Luhrmann film. If you've seen any of his films since Strictly Ballroom. They're all very similar, very art-directed, very flash and sort of spectacle over actual, actual story and content. And I don't think it's really that much different here, which is unfortunate. I can't imagine that it holds up to the book very well at all, actually. Now, it is very pretty. At the very least, the physical sets are beautiful, art directed to within an inch of their lives. Really, really a delight to watch. And the sort of mixing of modern rap. I think Jay-Z he's actually one of the producers, so they have some of his music in there. But the sort of mix between that and the period music isn't really jarring at all. Actually, they do it very, very nicely. Mostly period music, with every once in a while a break into a more modern sounding piece. But yeah, that was handled well. The problem for me visually was all the CGI. It just looked so fake, just so not real. And for the beauty of the physical sets, combined with the just cheesy, fakey looking CG. And, they had a couple of composite shots with, sort of CG in just a part or green screen, and none of it looked convincing to me at all. Some of the worst CG in that sort of quality of film in a while. Maybe it was the fact that I didn't go to see it in 3D. Maybe, the 3D being a little bit darker would have changed things a little bit, but. Yeah, what I saw didn't look very good at all in the CG department. Physical sets, and anytime you're interacting with physical things, though, really, really beautiful, really well, well art directed. Maybe a little bit too much, but what can you do? The story was very basic, actually, which is probably why I don't think it followed the book all that. It isn't as impressive as the book. How about that? Because I can see places where there's supposed to be subtext for where there's probably supposed to be sort of subtext for classism and racism and sort of social issues and things like that, but they're just completely swept aside in favor of the love story and the sort of bombastic, crazy parties and all of those things. It's just missing something. It's like you're watching, a dream that you just can't. you're missing pieces, and you know they're important, but it's not enough to get you to dislike the dream itself, but you're just sort of left empty by the experience at the end. And that's really kind of the general feel I got. It's just, it wasn't a bad movie, and it wasn't a good movie exactly. It was a very pretty movie, but it was just kind of average, disappointingly average. Really well acted, very pretty, but just empty and hollow where it shouldn't have been. Especially for you know, something that's generally heralded as the great American novel and things like that. There were a couple weird bits. The framing device is, you know, Tobey Maguire's character is sort of writing down these experiences and writing it into a novel, and they do this what is it, that visual typography thing, you know, where they you know, have the words going across the screen and like the letters will pop up and fall down. They have a couple scenes where they do that in the movie, and it's just jarring actually to me. You know, so a little bit questionable here and there, but still pretty nonetheless. If you've liked his other movies, and if you've liked Baz Luhrmann's other movies, so what is it, Australia, Moulin Rouge, and the Romeo and Juliet remake, it's pretty easily on par with them as far as quality. If you like those, and you're not, you know, a massive fan of the book, you'll probably enjoy this. If not, then you'd probably best to stay away, or, you know, go with your significant other if they enjoy it, because it's kind of a date movie, I guess. Yeah, there you go. Hopefully you enjoy, see it. If not, you know, let me know why, because I'm curious about those things. Anyway.